photograph.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Diary of a Real Girl. So today I want to talk about my keto journey simply because I am not on it anymore. I would have started in July 27th last year, 2019. And when I started, it was 324 pounds, and I lost up to 60 pounds, I think. I got down to about, or more than 60 pounds. I got down to 260 pounds was my lowest weight. However, I stopped in November, and I tried to continue a little bit through Christmas, but I wasn't really successful after Christmas. And truthfully, I didn't really start gaining weight immediately. It wasn't until January or February that the weight really started piling back on. And right now, today, I am 275 pounds. Yes. There are two reasons why I'm not on keto anymore at this point. And I would say the first reason is one is quarantine though. And so I have to feed a family of four. And so therefore, and I can't access the things that I would really want to access at this time to continue my keto journey. And the next thing is that in August last year, when my mom died, I started experiencing like a gripping or tightening in my chest, or sometimes it would feel like my heart is racing. And I have amounted it to be anxiety attacks. However, the fact still remains that I have been experiencing these chest pains or issues surrounding my heart. And so therefore I felt like God was telling me that I needed to use some oats. Some good old fashioned oats. Because oats are good for heart health and they are good for lowering cholesterol. I felt like that was what he was leading me to. And so therefore I have decided that in this time I'm just going to eat as healthy as I possibly can. And I have been trying to be consistent with working out. Yay! And so therefore my journey is going to be that for right now. Keto is really good. As I told you, I will lost about probably a little over 60 pounds, which is wonderful, but at this point it's a little difficult to maintain. And so therefore I'm going to eat healthy. I also wanted to share two tips that I would have learned along the way while I was doing the keto. And one was that to overeat is really a sin. Overeating, greed is a sin. And I learned that real easy when one day I was sitting with my cousins at my aunt's house, and my cousin said, greed is a sin. And it was almost like I had an epiphany moment. And I said, whoa, I never really thought about it like that. And many times we would overeat. I know for sure I would overeat. I would just keep eating, whether I was hungry or not. I would just keep eating, snacking on things. It might not even just be a whole meal or whatever, but I would just keep snacking. And when he said that, it was almost like God was saying to me, look, you thought you had no sin, but look, you're overeating, and greed is a sin. And that really hit me hard, because we many times think, well, I ain't lying, I ain't killing nobody, so therefore I'm walking in a sin, I got no sin. But yeah, you're greedy. And so therefore I had to learn the lesson of not overeating. The next thing I learned is that there are three different types of hunger. We have emotional hunger, we have mouth hunger, and we have actual hunger. And it's really difficult to tell between the three of them. But in order to not overeat, you have to be able to determine what type of hunger you have. Are you emotionally hungry? Like for me, I know for sure I am an emotional eater. When I get stressed, it's a swift pack of heavy chocolate tea times. Yeah. And so therefore I had to discipline myself to not eat out of my emotions. I had to discipline myself that when my mouth wanted to eat, that I would not eat. It had to be that I ate when I was actually hungry. And so I had to learn to distinguish between the three and discipline myself that I would only eat when I was actually hungry. Was I always successful? No. But I am trying to do that consistently. So that's my 3 tips. Remember that overeating is greed and greed is a sin. And we overeat when we eat more than we nutritionally need. And you have to be able to distinguish between the hunger. And the reason that I'm not doing keto at this time is because sis ain't got no money for that right now. Yeah. Anyway, this was another episode of Diary of a Real Girl. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.